Hello and welcome to the DFS_PhD for today, the 14th of November. Remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money, and it might as well be us. Since the beginning of NBA season, you've probably noticed I'm up about $4,500 over the last 4 days. It's a lot more fun to say the beginning of the show like that. But I gotta say, why is Kobe White not playing in the fourth quarter? This lineup did pretty good, but we should be talking about the number of thousands, not 1,000. That's why I really do like playing these satellites. I encourage you guys to play. This one was not for overlay. I just love these Mega 888 satellites. This is the second one I've won in like 4 days, and I've chopped 2 other ones, and I've chopped a Mega satellite. These are not filling on the short slates, and I don't have a big enough show to completely ruin my vig there. So, speaking of, here was the other joy and pain. In the NFL, I lost by almost 1 entire point, I guess. So it wasn't that close, but 1 point away from $2,500 ticket. Trying to get that millionaire ticket for the NBA later this season. It's the 29th, I think. Tomorrow I got 2 888 tickets as well, so we'll see how that goes. I probably will not play 2 of them. We'll see how that goes. All right, so on to today's slate. I've been doing a lot of pace stuff, and that's very important, I think, for today's slate. I don't agree with almost any of these lines. So I guess I would take a mega parlay if I were in a legal betting state. But here's how I've arranged the points for the slate. This is not going to be my actual exposures. Don't look at that yet. We have Atlanta, OKC, and Philly all leading point expectation with 125. Then Dallas, 124, Miami, 122, New Orleans, 121, Utah, 120, and then so forth and so on down on. You can see the numbers. Basically, I got to this by trying to roughly order the games by where the average pace is. Atlanta, one of the top 5 teams in pace. Charlotte, one of the top 5 teams in pace. So I upped those games by 6 to 8 points compared to their lines, which were not in line with what you would expect from pace. So maybe, I don't know what I don't know what people are betting based on, but they're not betting based on the number of possessions in a game. And I'm going to bet based on the number of possessions in a game. Okay, so on a slate like this, 50% is probably a good core number just because there's so many options. It's a 10 gamer. You need to be really, really selective. You don't need to just say, this guy's kind of good. Edge cases are out. You need reasons, positive reasons to be playing dudes. If you don't have a positive reason to play a dude, don't play him. Out of the pool. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really have a reason for Michael Porter Jr. to be in here, but he hits shots, so fine. Cameron Johnson, I don't understand. That's way too low owned. I'll go a little higher on that. And on this slate, 65 will be core. And it looks like it's going to include guys like Skylar Mays, guys like Cameron Johnson, and probably Keyontae George. Let's see. Oh, 84%. We might have to rebuild with Robert Covington. Oh, okay. Wow. Can handle that. Okay, good. I don't know what this Alec Burks. I don't want that much Alec Burks. He's fine, but if I have to have him, I'll take him in this set just to make it not break the screen. Yeah, okay, fine. For this set, we'll keep Alec Burks in there just so it doesn't completely break the screen. 50% Alec Burks. I guess in the current rotations there, that's probably fine anyway. But yeah, this is the core. Skylar Mays, Keyontae George, Cameron Johnson. Obviously, your highest scoring guy is Joel Embiid or Jokic. Flip a coin. These aren't my final exposures. I'm going to have a little of both. Probably have some Doncic as well. Probably have LaMelo. Definitely going to have LaMelo as well. What in the world is that? I can't imagine a world where I don't get to some low-owned LaMelo. Okay. Now let's see other stuff. Yeah, so you can see my pool. People ask about this. I don't care. Like, I don't, I know Utica does that, it sounds like, for his pools, but, we don't have to do, so does Petty, I think. But, okay, so maybe if those 2 guys do it, you should consider doing a top 10 guys per whatever or something like that. But I don't know for sure if the math works out on that. I think you should just choose player by player who the best player is. Obviously, these guys are the best in the world, so their process came from somewhere, but also, they're just the best in the world for now. Hey, coming for them, guys. If you don't think you can beat Utica, you shouldn't play DraftKings, right? That's the whole point, right? You need to be thinking you can beat everybody to win the $1 million. So I think I can beat him. I have beaten him before, game 1 and game 2 of the finals. I don't know if he plays NBA, but just thinking back. Love you, Haywood. Haywood's kind of in play today. He's an edge case though. So for me, what did I say about edge cases? Out. He's 10% owned too. Like, if I'm gonna go to Haywood Highsmith today, I want him to be way less than 10% owned. Also, new production time. Make sure to check the Discord and stuff, because there's going to be a lot of news that happens. This is a 2.5 hours earlier, 2 hours earlier than usual. Yes, the strike is over. We're back to regular schedule over here. But also, we're going to be, it sounds like, probably guesting on a show later today, somebody else's show. So I'll let you guys know where that is and how you can watch it. Probably Pure DFS, I think. It's Haber's show. You guys know I like Eric Haber. That's how I like. When I designed these lineups, I told you I was going to use his under 19 Geo-mean ownership, but that gave me too much Chris Manhertz, and I couldn't figure out how to stop it. So I went to 21 or 22, where I'm more comfortable. I don't mind 10 dupes. I mean, that's how I won my $100,000. It's not worse. It's not appreciably worse than $1 million to me at this point. So, you know, in high hundreds of thousands of dollar ranges, I'll be okay with that shot. And that's pretty much it. I mean, do I have any other weird high-owned plays that aren't core I should tell you about? I'm doing my regular Collins fork. There's some Bassey down here. Jacob Gilliard is in the rotation, I guess. I have to double check that. I love Collins as a play, John Collins and Zach, mostly Zach. Bogdan, with or without. This is with Trey in, I think. Let me check. Oh, wait, what? Oh, Trey. Yeah, this is with Trey in. If we get Trey out, obviously Bogdanovich and the DeJounte Murray become core. Like, they will just, this will no longer be what happens. A couple of other pieces like that where you've got questionable news that, yeah, I mean, obviously Embiid, that's the other one, right? If Embiid is out, then who do you play? Paul Reed, 100% Paul Reed. I mean, close, plus or minus, even B-ball. I mean, what's his price? It might be 100% Paul Reed no matter what if he's Stoneman starting Paul Reed. 3,500. He's not Stoneman. If he was 3,000, he would be 100%. At 3,500, I don't know, 80%, 65% if he starts. The real pieces will be Tyrese Maxey. People are going to forget about Tobias, man. People always are forgetting about Tobias this year, and he's doing fine. What's his price, though? It's not rising. Tobias stays 6,400. He stays scoring 5x. You can't be upset about that. He has upside if Embiid is out. Maxey, Melton, you know the guys, the same guys. It's been the plan for more than a year now. But yeah, there's not much uncertainty about the slate. I'm going to play basketball starting at 7:30, so obviously hope nothing happens in the Memphis Lakers game, but my exposures will be such that I have no pivots. Anyway, all right, guys, remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Might as well be me.